Hello. Ooh, welcome to the 27th of July. So, I was looking astrologically and it's kind of a quiet day for the 27th. I know that Venus is going to be square to Pallas Athena. So, us ladies might have something to say, but yeah, I think otherwise it's fairly quiet. It was kind of quiet yesterday because it was basically the moon that was making all the aspects. So we have some stuff stronger coming in though, and we have that beautiful Leo new moon that I want you to concentrate on. But let's just get the energies for today on a lovely, lovely July Sunday. What do we have? Ooh. On the underside is mental conflict. That's the underside. That's like a um two of swords, maybe. Top of the deck, number 5, wisdom. Wisdom. Suffering in silence, 9. This would be the 9 of Wands. This would be the wounded warrior. This is someone who has gone through a lot and is still able to keep going. 18, shadow. Power and its shadow. What is real? This is a number 18. Power and its shadow. So again, I would say I'm getting this struck that this wisdom and the mental conflict, everything that's going out that's in the mundane, which is basically world news, world politics, I think that there's all this information out there and re-information and pseudo information and half truths and I would say that there are things that are probably, and I don't know what they are, that are probably going to be illuminated further as we go along into the fall, because Pluto will shed some light on some things that we weren't aware of. And I know that Mars is going to be going retrograde right after, and it will be in its shadow during that time, but it goes retrograde actually in beginning of December. I believe December 7th is the retrograde starts, and Pluto will have just moved back into Aquarius. Okay, so that's what we're looking at for the energy. So a lot of things, and then we have that tied into the 29-degree Neptune. Unclear, unclear, unclear. So let events unfold. Be skeptical, right, of everything. 8 of Cups. Leaving it alone, walking away, right? I think the wisdom will come to us regarding this. So walk away from that mental conflict right now. It's not doing you any good, and you've got the new moon in Leo to prepare for, which is going to be stunning. So top of the deck, Temperance, Archangel Michael. Yes, underneath wisdom, he is putting things in place for you. So even if you have different job changes and things coming up, there are a lot of changes because wisdom is a number 5 card here, and 5s are about change. I feel like that the change is actually a blessing in disguise, actually, and you will find that Archangel, see, this is, yeah, you have the 9 and the 9 right underneath each other, the 9 of Wands. It strikes me that they're both women. It strikes me that they're both women. Women warriors. And it does say suffering in silence, but I don't know if I'd want to mess with either one of them. I think that they are, I've just got the feeling, had about enough. Had about enough. Under the Two of Cups, under shadow. There may be some wonderful things that could come out of this that we don't realize. I feel like that would be partnerships. And it can be love partnerships, it can be business partnerships, it can be just really good friends that are supportive of each other, right? Okay. It's always nice to have someone that you know has your back. Five of Wands underneath Temperance. So yeah, I think that there's going to be some confusion and things that we have to wade through. Doesn't surprise me. In the center of your reading, the Devil card. This is that, I still say this is still that energy of the Capricorn full moon. We have all this energy to release from that mother-father axis where there's some patterns that we picked up in our childhood that were just pretty toxic. And our inner child needs to be released from all of that toxicity. And it's in the timing area of the read, but I don't really feel like it's a timing card. I really feel it's referring to that full moon in Capricorn. And I really have felt that in some of the readings that go back and do the Capricorn full moon ritual release. It's 20 minutes long, doesn't take any time. Set your intentions to release those things, because a lot of that is I feel like is that I keep getting the message from Spirit, get the pre-work done before you set your intentions for this new Leo moon. Get the junk out of the closet. Get all of that icky stuff that no one's ever going to wear, no one's ever going to see. The old bowling ball from 40 years ago has to go. Has to go. Eight of Wands, messages coming in. I kind of like this. I kind of like this. I think this is help. It feels like help to me, right? Someone who's got your back. Messages going back and forth, connection. I like that. I like that a lot. Very good. Seven of Wands. So I find this interesting. Here's wisdom, but it's a 5 card. It's about change. Look at that sun, by the way. Overpowering everything. Archangel Michael. No matter what brings in the change, I think it's for your greatest and highest good. Patience, says Archangel Michael. He's going to put things in the right place at the right time. This is the 5 of Wands, and this is the 7 of Wands. And what I want to point out to sometimes it's like these people are working together, or they're training together, or they don't really look like they're fighting, but they don't look very organized either. It's going to be kind of chaos, right? That looks pretty chaotic, because it's like, is this really safe? Looks kind of, if they're doing a high wire act, it looks pretty chaotic, right? So the 7 of Wands, what's missing in between the two of these is the 6 of Wands, and that's recognition. It's like, when you've done a good job, and other people do too. And this can be jealousy from those other people. That would be these people, right? She has a circle, a bubble of protection. She knows her value. She keeps that bubble of protection and stays out of this. You don't want to be involved in this. You want to be here. No fear, no anger. Again, fear and anger are what people use to trigger you so that they can control you. Sometimes people do stuff out of fear, and sometimes they do it out of anger. But either way, it's not something that's of their own choice. It's like somebody's taking their choices away. The Hermit underneath. Okay. I find this really interesting that the 2 9s came out together. The 2 9 of Wands came out, right? And then it's like, who has been holding those strings? Who's been doing all the controlling? And then the Hermit. Somebody is making a plan and they're not saying anything. That's what I think. There's a plan going on that someone's not talking about. It's a woman here again. But she's just being considering. It's considering. Both the high priestess and the hermit. This would be I believe it's a Virgo card. They are secretive. They have a lot of knowledge, a lot of intuition. This strikes me as a lot of plans that they're looking forward to. But they're not really putting that out there yet. Death and rebirth. That falls underneath this. So let's take a look. This is the shadow. I feel like there's, out of this weirdness, that's all I can say. It's like, okay, who do you really trust in this scenario? Who do you really trust, right? Power. It's about power. But Pluto is going to take care of that. It's not anything we need to worry about. Be in these loving messages and relationships. If Pluto does come in, I feel like that's going to be the messages and be for the greatest and highest good. I don't think this is a Pluto that's going to affect you in a bad way at all. I think it's more of enlightening, and it's also going to be changing the collective, because I think very much it signifies that Pluto energy, I just think businesses and stuff are going to change. I think there's going to be a lot of changes related to that. And I don't feel that the answer is worrying about it. I mean, it's like when we had all that global IT outage. Who ever heard of such a thing? Global IT outage. Well, I suspect we're going to have, with all these solar flares and everything, probably internet outages. Wouldn't surprise me a bit. Problems with plane it's not problem with the extra instrumentation, but I think it's more like it's harder if you get like a flare coming in. These jumped out. I'm going to take a look at these. So don't believe everything you hear. This is the Seven of Swords. And then you have, it's like, okay. Be innocent as lambs and wise as a serpent, right? Just keep this energy, keep this Six of Cups energy, keep this childlike belief that everything's going to be, I think everything's going to be fine. I think that there are things that are going to be Mother Nature letting us know that she's actually in charge. So what advice for today? I think just know that there's things going to be changing. I mean, this is a daily read. We did have well, we had the devil and Pluto show up, but we also had Archangel Michael. So I know that he has our back. I know that he has our back. Just don't get involved in arguments. That's the biggest thing that I'm feeling. Work together with others in a productive way, right? You know, all levels of skill, right? So that's what I'm getting there. Page of Swords. This is, somewhat of like being prepared, and, good ideas can come in, and just, there's nothing that you can't think your way out of, really. And here's the Six of Wands finally showing up. There's that recognition. So I would say go with this energy today. Go with this energy. And I do want to draw a card. I think I just want to draw one card. And you volunteered. I'm taking this so huge. We have Lion's Gate coming up. I picked up the deck and one card stuck to the table, and I was like, well, that's okay. Let me see what that card is. 44, mentor, teacher, Panther spirit, reclaim your power. There were a lot of power cards here. You had Pluto. Pluto's about power, and so was this shadow that was there. And it's like, see how alert this Panther is. Watching. Not time to pounce. Watching first. Reclaim your power. I love that. So I'm going to read that because I just think it's super powerful. And I think that was a special message here for us today. Reclaim your power. The Oracle message: it takes courage to face challenges. And right now, Panther Spirit is here to say that you are braver than you think. Now is the time to take a risk and step into a different aspect of your being. Speak as you have never spoken before. Act as you have always dreamed you might have the courage to act. Love fearlessly and fully, and expect to feel the adrenaline rush. Oops. As you are initiated into a new, brave, bolder self. Panther Spirit says the time for dreaming about what you want to do is giving way to that first courageous act toward reclaiming your Panther Spirit and power. Your new identity may feel strange at first, but you have what it takes and your soul wants this. Be bold. Now, they do have a protection message, and I'm going to read that as well. Are you feeling shaky because you have made a bold move and have not seen any confirmation that everything is going to work out? Or is fear holding you back? Are you afraid to act until all risk of failure has been removed? The moment when there is no risk whatsoever will never come. So follow the urging of your Panther Spirit within and look your fear in the eye. Have you ever heard the famous line, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself? Stare down your fear and it will retreat and make way for your courage to fill you head to toe. Perhaps you are afraid you can't trust the power that is rising in you, and you fear the qualities you will find within when you look deeply at why you resist the change before you. Every part of you, no matter how dark it may seem, has a light quality. So be bold and face it. Own the light and make peace with your shadow. Spirit trusts you. So be brave and trust yourself. We talked about everything you want is on the other side of fear. And this is encouraging you to be bold. And the fact that the first thing as I was reading that this brought to mind were these two ladies, suffering in silence, right? Now it's time to be bold, and now it's time to speak up. Enjoy your day. I'll see you tomorrow.